When we talk about dark money in politics, the Democrats, you usually hear the Democrats say, "Oh my God, we got to get rid of dark money. We got to get rid of dark money. Dark money is the antithesis of democracy. It's so bad. We got to ban it, ban it, ban it. Let's go." And everybody says how Joe Biden is the person that's our friend. He's Uncle Joe. He's so warm and fuzzy. He's the kind of guy you want to have a beer with and smoke weed with and be around because he's so kind, and all these topics about him being a warmonger is just a conspiracy theory. Well, there's a reason why Joe Biden is the way he is. He's a bureaucrat. He's a warmonger. He's a neoliberal dumbass, a corporate hack. And so an article from Bloomberg News by Bill Allison came out, and it says, dark money helped pave the path for Joe Biden, helped pave Joe Biden's path to the White House. So if let me just read about it here. President Joe Biden benefited from a record-breaking amount of donations from anonymous donors to outside groups backing him, meaning the public will never have a full accounting of who helped him win the White House. So, what is dark money? So, when we talk about dark money, I always talk about the corporations and the rich and all this and that. So, dark money is money that is unknown to the public, that is given to candidates for office and politicians, that they know who it's coming from, but we don't know. So, if let's say you're really, really, really rich, you're just buku wealthy. I mean, you got a buttload of money. You got nothing else to do with it. It's not like we got poor people in this country. It's not like we got homeless people to take care of. It's not like 102 million people right now don't have health care or something like that. No. So, but anyway, in any case, okay, let's say you're really rich. You're very rich, and you just got a lot of money, and you want to spend it on Joe Biden. And you say, I want to give him $5 million, couple million buckaroonies. Put it in there. And you want to give it to him so he can use it. Well, fortunately, there are some laws, although they are very lax and stupid, where you cannot just give $1 million or $2 million or $5 million to an individual, to a campaign as an individual. You have to give a limited amount, $2,700. And it goes up a little bit, $2,800 or $3,800, whatever it is. But then you think, okay, well, I gave him $2,700 already, but I really want him to pass what I want. I don't want him to listen to the progressives. And so those corporations and those individual rich folks, they have to get their money somewhere. Where do they do it? So give their money to someone. So you have what's called 501c's. And a 501c group is a nonprofit. You have a 501c3, which is a charitable nonprofit, like organizations, right? And then you have a 501c8, which is a church, like a religious type. That's a religious organization, nonprofit. And funny how it's nonprofit, yet the Catholic Church and everyone else owns a lot. But anyway, a lot of money. So they give money to these super PACs and these PACs, and so then the PACs and the super PACs can run campaign ads for the candidate, and they can actually transfer that money as a super PAC to the campaign's account, to the candidate's account, so that the candidate can use it. And so what happens is, I'm a rich person. I want to give, I'm not. I'm not rich at all. I know someone's probably going to misconstrue that and take it out of context. I'm nowhere near rich. I live in an apartment. I don't have a professional studio. But anyway, okay. So let's say you're really, really rich. Okay, you got $1 million. You want to give it to Joe Biden. You got $5, $10, $17 million, $20 million. You give it to that 501c. Let's say it's a 501c3. It's a whatever. And probably not, but whatever. And then, so you want to give it to him. Well, that 501c group will then give it to that super PAC. They'll fund that super PAC. That super PAC will then run negative and vicious, brutal ads against candidates, their fellow candidates, their political opponents. And it actually is a good thing that candidates want. Like they consider it a good thing because, as Kim Iverson said, it gives them a plausible deniability, because they can say, no, I didn't create that ad. It wasn't me. I was Citigroup. They did that. I'm sorry. It wasn't me, but God, geez, too bad. Wow, they're horrible. They're awful people. Meanwhile, Citigroup is giving Joe Biden and Barack Obama a crap load of money. And so, but there is a small little grapevine, a small one, that when they receive that money, Joe Biden will know who gave him that money. You and I will not know. We don't know who's giving him that money. But that group will know. Joe Biden's campaign will know. And you maybe got a person that comes, hey, you know who gave $1 million, huh? Hey, you know who gave you $1 million, huh? You know who gave you $1 million, Joe? It's that guy over there. That guy over here with that guy in that Maserati, that guy in that Lexus, that guy in that Tesla, that Model X. Yeah, it's that guy who's the CEO of that health insurance company. Yeah, he gave you all that money. Okay, he gave you $1 million, Joe. Please remember, Joe. And so those, if you're a health insurance lobby, and let's say that Joe Biden wants to do a public option, which he already backed out of, or let's say that he wants to do single payer. Well, you're a wealthy CEO of a health insurance corporation. You don't a company of health insurance. You don't want him to, as a corporation, do a single payer program. So what are you going to do? You're going to give him as many millions of dollars as possible, so that Joe Biden will then turn around and go against the single payer option. And now he's giving you everything you want off your corporate lobbyist wish list. Okay, and so that's essentially how it works. And then you see Joe Biden supporting a war in Iran. You see him supporting not pulling out troops in Afghanistan. And that's because, his, foreign policy people are hacks. Anthony Blinken, Lloyd Austin, Michelle Flournoy, and others. They're all hacks, and they came from Raytheon, Boeing, and Halliburton, and all these other places. And so they gave money. Those corporations gave them money. Gave the campaign money. They told him, hey, you should hire Lloyd Austin and Anthony Blinken and Michelle Flournoy, who started a bunch of wars, and then they'll get cushy board positions, all of them, again. So that's kind of how it works. That's how you get dark money. Now, you might think we run America if you're that kind of fool, if you're foolish like that. We run America. Really? Because they run America, the big corporations. Now, let's take a look at this. So the article says Biden's winning campaign was backed by $145 million in so-called dark money donations, a type of fundraising Democrats have decried for years. 145 million buckaroonies. $145 million. Wow. $145 million. That's a lot of money in dark money. That means that the health insurance corporations, the military industrial complex, the prison industrial complex, the big pharma, the big banks, Wall Street, the big fossil fuel executives, they were giving a crap load of money, a shitload of money, in order to get $145 million fucking dollars. Those fundraising streams augmented Biden's $1.5 billion haul, in itself a record for a challenge to an incumbent president. So he raised $1.5 billion, and $145 million of those dollars were from dark money interests. People that he doesn't want you to know donated to him. And you know how he keeps that? You know how he keeps that private? Because the only people that have to say who funded those super PACs are the 501c groups that the rich millionaires and billionaires of this country and the corporations gave the money to, right? Gave to them. So in the tax system and in the FEC guidelines, it says, well, who donated to your super PAC? Well, this 501c. But they don't have to disclose how that charity got that money. See what happens? Wow, so $145 million. But Joe Biden's here. Joe Biden's Captain America. He's going to save us. Donald Trump is such a bad guy. We need to get Donald Trump out of office. He is taking the most money. Oh my God, how bad Donald Trump is. Jesus Christ, God, Joe Biden is the most amazing man. He's Uncle Joe. He's here for the middle class. He's going to help us out. And Donald Trump is just the antithesis of democracy. He's the dictator of all dictators. He's a wannabe dictator. He is. But he's just so bad. But he must have taken more money. He must have taken more money than Joe Biden. What? Maybe 100 million more? 290? Double that? Maybe he might have. You know what? I think Donald Trump took $1 billion in dark money. Nope. Not even close. Back to the article. That amount of money dwarfs the $28.4 million spent on behalf of his rival, former President Donald Trump. Oh, what happened? What happened? Donald Trump spent so much less money than Joe Biden in terms of dark money. He got that much less. That much less. And if you're thinking, oh, well, come on. Mitt Romney's also a good guy. He's voting for impeachment. Well, let's see what the article says. That tops the previous record of $113 million in anonymous donations backing Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney in 2012. So Joe Biden and Mitt Romney work for the same people. They work for the same health insurance lobby. They work for the same big pharma companies. The people that make the drugs. The Pfizer, Moderna, and everybody else. They work for the same military-industrial complex. They work for the Pentagon. They work for the CIA. The CIA, has bitches, and Joe Biden and Mitt Romney are it, and Donald Trump, all of them. But they work for the defense contractors, Halliburton and everybody else. They work for those people, both of them. Now, how much more money did Joe Biden take than Donald Trump? Because, you just heard it. He took $145 million. Donald Trump only took $28.4 million in dark money versus Joe Biden. That's $116,600,000 more that Joe Biden took than did Donald Trump. So $116,600,000 more. I wonder who Joe Biden is listening to, because he's definitely not listening to us. Never. He will never listen to us. Joe Biden has been a bitch of the establishment for 40 fucking years, for 50 years, and he'll continue to be their bitch. He'll never, ever, ever work for you. Ever. He'll just never work for you. You want to know why we don't have healthcare in this country? It's because he takes that dark money. Anonymous donations. Why is it anonymous? Because he knows. He knows that we will disapprove. He knows the American people won't like that. This is dark money. This is how it works. And this is why Joe Biden is a corporate Democratic cuck. He's a corporate hack. He'll never be there for you. And you want to know why we could have a conflict with Iran, and why he wants to overturn the government of Venezuela, and why he wants to keep our troops in Afghanistan? You want to know why he doesn't want to do Medicare for all option? You want to know why he doesn't want to rein in the profits of the for-profit health insurance industry and the big pharma groups? You want to know why? Because of all this dark money. You don't run America. None of us do. The corporations do. You want to think it's Illuminati? You want to think it's someone else? Go for it. But don't ever come to me saying that Joe Biden is he's the mantra. He's the best. He's Uncle Joe, and he cares about the middle class. And all of you that said, we're going to push him left. Fuck you. Fuck you, you cocksuckers. All of you. And all of you who voted for Joe Biden, congratulations. You just screwed over the entire nation.